Star Trek just introduced a secret Starfleet branch it hid for over 30 years. For a franchise built on Discovery, Star Trek still manages to surprise even its most devoted fans. Across decades of stories, we've charted countless star systems, watched captains wrestle with moral dilemmas, and seen Starfleet's shiny utopia occasionally crack under pressure. But every now and then, Star Trek pulls back the curtain on a hidden layer of the Federation, and the latest reveal might be one of the most fascinating yet. In its newest chapter, Star Trek has introduced a secret Starfleet branch, one that has supposedly existed for decades, but was kept buried deep within classified files, unknown even to most admirals. This revelation changes how we see the organization that has defined the franchise for nearly 60 years and recontextualizes some of its most mysterious storylines from the Next Generation to Picard. After years of hints and shadows, the truth is finally emerging. The Hidden Division, Starfleet Analysis Command. The latest Star Trek series set after Star Trek. Picard Season 3 revealed the existence of Starfleet Analysis Command, a covert division operating parallel to Starfleet Intelligence and Section 31. Unlike the ruthless Black Ops Section 31, which functions independently and often illegally, Analysis Command is an officially sanctioned but entirely secret department. Its mission? To monitor the long-term stability of Federation worlds, assess potential existential threats, and quietly manipulate policy outcomes to prevent crises before they happen. In other words, they're the quiet observers behind the curtain, keeping Starfleet captains from ever knowing how close the Federation has come to collapse. Starfleet Analysis Command's agents are scientists, statisticians, and sociologists rather than spies or soldiers. They don't assassinate or sabotage like Section 31, they analyze, influence, and predict. Their job is to know what could happen and make sure it doesn't. The reveal came subtly. An admiral referred to a Directive 903A review by Analysis Command, and the episode later showed a vault of holographic records labeled with the department's insignia, a stylized eye over the Starfleet Delta. Fans quickly realized this wasn't just a throwaway detail. For the first time, Star Trek confirmed the existence of a bureaucratic entity so secret that even Starfleet Intelligence didn't seem aware of its full scope. The origins go back over 30 years. According to showrunner interviews and production notes, the idea for Starfleet Analysis Command isn't new. In fact, Star Trek: The Next Generation quietly hinted at its existence decades ago. Back in the TNG episode The Drumhead, Admiral Sadie references deep analysis teams that track the morale and loyalty of Starfleet officers. At the time, it sounded like typical bureaucracy, but in light of this new reveal, it may have been our first brush with Analysis Command's early operations. Similarly, in Deep Space Nine, episodes like Homefront and Paradise Lost introduced the idea that Starfleet Command maintains hidden contingency plans for Earth's defense, including data models predicting internal coups or alien infiltration. These weren't standard Starfleet security operations. They hinted at a group with a much broader, longer-term agenda. What's brilliant about this retcon is how neatly it fits into Star Trek's existing lore. Instead of inventing something entirely new, the creators have threaded this secret branch through the cracks of 30 years of continuity. Even Voyager's Admiral Paris once mentioned Federation policy analytics when briefing Janeway about potential outcomes of the Equinox incident. Fans now suspect this was another coded reference to the same hidden network. Not Section 31, but not innocent either. Whenever Star Trek unveils a secret organization, the immediate comparison is always Section 31, the Federation's dark, clandestine enforcement arm. But Starfleet Analysis Command is not a simple extension of that familiar concept. Section 31 operates outside the law. Analysis Command operates within it, but with total secrecy. Its methods aren't violent. They're psychological and political. For example, if Analysis Command predicts that a Federation member world might secede, it could quietly influence diplomatic appointments or nudge the deployment of a heroic Starfleet vessel to the region to stabilize morale. They're the unseen authors of Federation stability, performing social experiments at galactic scale. This creates a fascinating ethical question. If the Federation's peace depends on unseen manipulation, is it truly a free society? Star Trek has always balanced idealism with realism, and this new revelation adds a chilling new layer, that maybe utopia only survives because someone's constantly tuning the system behind the scenes. Why now? A perfect time for discovery. The timing of this reveal couldn't be more deliberate. With the post-Picard era exploring the Federation's recovery after the Romulan supernova, the Frontier Day disaster, and the Borg infiltration of Starfleet, the organization's credibility is at a historic low. Enter Analysis Command. The storyline implies that this secret branch has been operating unseen, quietly preventing further collapse by managing the public perception of Starfleet's failures. Their goal isn't to deceive, at least not maliciously, but to maintain trust and continuity during chaos. It's a reflection of our own modern anxieties, misinformation, institutional collapse, and the invisible hands guiding society's stability. Thematically, it's pure Star Trek, a thoughtful commentary on the balance between transparency and control, clues hidden in past series. Fans who revisited older shows after this reveal have discovered dozens of moments that seem to foreshadow Starfleet Analysis Command's influence. Measure of a Man TNG. The trial determining Data's personhood included Starfleet lawyers quoting policy analytics that predicted unrest if artificial life gained rights. That's exactly the kind of predictive modeling the new division specializes in. Inquisition DS9. Sloan's Section 31 interrogations referenced analytics reports used to justify recruiting Bashir. He dismissed them as civilian science teams, but they might have been Analysis Command's psychological profiles. Latent Image Voyager. The Doctor's mental breakdown over an ethical decision led Starfleet Command to request a behavioral systems review. Once again, this kind of assessment could easily be traced back to the same covert organization. Children of Mars Short Treks. The Federation's public relations response to the Mars attack was remarkably controlled. In hindsight, its plausible Analysis Command orchestrated the calm narrative that followed. These breadcrumbs suggest that the writers have been planting seeds for decades, or at the very least, cleverly integrating past moments to give the new reveal weight. How it changes Starfleet's image. For fans, Starfleet has always represented the best of humanity, explorers guided by ethics and reason. But with the revelation of a secret oversight branch, that image becomes more complex. If Analysis Command has existed since the late 24th century, then even Picard's generation operated under the shadow of unseen hands. It raises questions about autonomy, free will, and how much order the Federation really needs to function. We might look back at some of the franchise's greatest moral victories: Kirk's defiance of the Prime Directive, Janeway's decision to destroy the Equinox, Sisko's morally gray diplomacy, and wonder whether Analysis Command later cleaned up the consequences. The branch's existence doesn't taint the ideals of Star Trek. Instead, it humanizes them. It reminds us that even the most optimistic societies require maintenance, oversight, and compromise. It's not a betrayal of Roddenberry's dream, it's an evolution of it. Who's really in charge? The biggest mystery surrounding Starfleet Analysis Command is who actually runs it. The organization reportedly answers only to the Federation Council's Subcommittee on Continuity, a shadowy oversight group never before mentioned in Star Trek. Its current director, Admiral Cora Valen, is a new character who debuted with an unsettling calmness. Her dialogue suggests she's known about Analysis Command since the Dominion War, and